G'day Bodgies and Widgies and welcome back to the channel. Today's a big day. I'm really excited and it's the start of a process slash journey that's going to be absolutely phenomenal. This here is my extreme work singlet. Yeah, so if I ever have any like big tasks I need to complete with the fish tank, this singlet jumps on. And yeah, today is a day that we have a big task. Basically, we're breaking down my 5-foot aquarium. I've kind of just started, but the reason I'm doing that is because a new 5-foot aquarium is coming to go in its place, and it is going to be absolutely phenomenal. So this current 5-foot was built by Aquapet, and my new 5-foot tank is also built by Aquapet. But this new 5-foot is a lot better. It's got Starfire glass as the front panel, so we're going to be able to see the fish like there's no glass in the tank. And overall, the build quality is just going to be absolutely phenomenal. So today, what we're going to do is kind of start to break down the tank, take all the fish out, take all the plants out, and kind of show you how I go about tackling this. And we're also going to see the new tank being installed. So yeah, it's going to be an absolutely kind of like roller coaster of a video. So make sure you stay tuned because it's going to be super fun. And yeah, let's get right into it. The plan is to take out all the hardscape, being the wood, all the big rocks and stuff like that, because it's just going to make it a lot easier to take this tank off the stand. So in order to do that, I'm going to need some towels because it's going to get very H2O on the floor. So I'll be back in a sec. Got my towels. Why am I telling you what towels are? You know what towels are, okay? I'm just going to put these down. Alrighty, so towels are on the floor, Gorilla Workbench is in place. We're basically set to rip everything out of the tank. But I basically want to save all the plants that are in there. So what I've decided to do is use some, that's really bright, temporary takeaway containers. What I'm going to do is fill this up with sand, root the plants in, and that way they'll be alive and thriving for the next week or two until we get the new tank fully aquascape, planted, cycled, and ready to go. So yeah, really easy, really simple method. But without further ado, let's begin a time lapse. Let's take everything out of there, and should be fun to see my pride and joy thus far being ripped up to shreds. So yeah, let's get into it. So basically my plan of action now is to remove all of the plants that are easy to remove as possible. That way it allows me to see all the hardscape easily, and I can just remove it out like that. And what I'm doing now is putting the plants into their little takeaway container things and saving the plants that I need to. It's me again. Just took a bit of a break. So we've taken out most of the smaller rocks and now it's just to break down Jill's cave. But you may be wondering, where are the new fish, well, I mean new fish, where are the fish gonna go? Let me show you. Yeah, the fish are going in my bathtub. Lucky for me, my room is kind of connected to the bathroom. And yeah. Okay, so what I'm doing now is basically taking off all of the narrow leaf Java ferns that I had on my big Malaysian bogwood piece. Basically, I want to save those and redistribute them on Newscape. And now it's a matter of breaking down Jill's cave and taking all of the bigger rocks out. That way we can catch the fish with ease and they aren't going to be hiding under rocks or causing damage to themselves. We've just passed like the hour mark, so it's been pretty quick, quicker than I expected. Within an hour we were able to drain the tank, take out pretty much 90% of the scape and stuff like that. So all the rock work has come out, there's a few rocks in there here and there. Basically all the plants have come out and it's just the fish in there at the moment. So I kind of want to get the fish quickly as possible out of there and into their bathtub, just so it kind of drops the stress on them a little bit. I don't exactly like moving fish because it is kind of a stressful process, but they will be getting a better habitat in the near future. Now, if you don't exactly see all the fish or I don't show you close-ups, which I'm going to try to, but if I don't, I'm extremely sorry because I just want to make sure that they you know, get out as quickly as possible and as safe as possible. But when we set up the new 5 foot and we transfer the fish, I want to make sure that I give you kind of close-ups of some of the fish that you may have never actually seen on the channel before, like my Meister's catfish, which are a really cool species. But yeah, I've got my nets on the ready, and without further ado, let's get to catching fish. Now, I'm not going to lie when I tell you that it took me almost an hour and a half just to catch out these fish. And I realize now why I hate catching fish so much, because it's just so labor intensive. They're always moving, and at the start when you've got a whole lot of fish, it's easy, but when there's just like 1 or 2 left, it's an absolute pain. Alrighty, Bodgies and Woodies, it's been about, you can hear the echo, but it's been about 24 hours, and I'm sorry if the echo is annoying. I didn't exactly notice that it would echo until I started recording, but it's been 24 hours. I've fully taken everything out of the tank. As you can see, this is my old 5 foot, completely bare to the bone. So I think there's about 2 hours or 3 hours until the new tank arrives, and I'm kind of counting the numbers, but let's go and have a look at the fish and see the cool contraption that I've come up with. Alrighty, Bodgies and Widgies. Well, this is where all of my fish are, and yes, like I said, it is the bathtub, and it has essentially become a pond, but all the fish are doing happy and healthy in there. They're eating. There's a lot of these live plants, so they're feeling super comfortable. We have the canister filter running. There is also an air stone in there, so basically it's a perfect environment. They're getting water changes once every 2 days, so it's as simple as taking this inlet pipe, chucking it into the shower, letting the water pump out from the canister out, and then we've got the tap, so I just turned that on. But I will have like a full update on the fish coming to you guys soon. This is just to quickly show you the setup that they're in until we, one sec, set up the new tank. So yes, it is here. You know what, let me get in front of the tank and then I'll start talking. This here is my new pride and glory, my joy, my new 5 foot aquarium. It is 5 foot long, 5 feet long, 2 feet wide, and 2 feet tall. There are a few different changes to it though. The first is the front panel. Now, you may not see it here, but once the tank is filled up, I think it'll really be visible. Actually, that's the thing, it's Starfire glass, meaning it's not going to be visible. The Starfire glass is basically an ultra clear glass that are used in aquariums, really high-end tanks, and this is one of them. So if I look through one end of the glass, I can see through perfectly the other end, and that's 5 feet worth of glass. So if I can see through that absolutely clearly like it's nothing there, the front panel, once water's in, is basically going to be invisible. So getting those close-ups of the fish is going to be phenomenal, and yeah, it's just going to be a really cool and nifty addition. The other thing is the inbuilt sump. Yeah, the sump there is something I wanted to add just because I wanted to keep all the equipment hidden from the aquarium. So like heaters, any like CO2, if I get that for this tank, which I probably will, filter meter and stuff like that can all stay hidden in here. I don't have to use a big canister filter under the tank, and overall I think it's just a really great way to utilize space and make the tank more efficient as a whole. So yeah, we do have the inbuilt sump, and it's my first aquarium out of 10 years of keeping fish that I've had a sump. Mainly I've just had canister filters and internal filters. I've never even owned a sponge filter before. So that should really put things into perspective. 10 years of fish keeping, never had a sponge filter, only been canisters and internal filters. So having that sump is going to be a bit of a big game changer just because I want to experience it and show its benefit to you guys as well. But yeah, the next few weeks of this channel is going to be gathering some supplies, setting up this new tank, and then eventually transferring the fish, and hopefully it should be an amazingly aquascaped aquarium, which is the goal that I want to try and get for this tank. But I really want to thank you guys for watching. It is a bit of an abrupt and sudden change, you know. Out of one video, I've broken the tank down, moved the fish into the bathtub, and got my new tank. But if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing. We've got some really amazing growth and a lot of new people coming on board, so it'd be so cool to start this kind of like new journey almost on the channel, setting up a new tank and learning some awesome stuff along with it. So yeah, if you want to see more of that, do subscribe to the channel, and as always, stay happy, stay safe, stay Aussie Australian. Bodgie out.